What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet. The brother who told you to stop being a bigot baboon on social media, but you did it anyway, and now you wound up attacking black men just for being fathers. And I'm black up in your face again with some more pro-black commentary. Very interesting story I've seen circulating on social media where a group of black men have decided to organize just a little get together called the Daddy Stroll. And basically, what it is, it's a bunch of black men getting together with their children and, like I said, just getting together with other black dads, having some community, connecting with each other, and just, like I said, just strolling and, bring out the strollers, bring out the bikes and the carts and everything like that, and just bring their kids out there, just have some fun at the park, right? So, I saw this on social media, and, obviously the fathers that were there, they wanted to post videos or pictures of the event. So they did so. They posted some pictures and stuff on their personal social media, and whoever was their main organizer decided to post videos of the event itself. And I'll be damned if you didn't have people actually attacking these black men, literally just for no reason. So black men in the park with their children just hanging out is a reason to attack black men. You see what I'm saying? So I understand the frustration that a lot of black men have when literally whatever we do is something to be scrutinized, is something to be attacked, and something that people just have a problem with. They just have a problem with our presence at all, anywhere, doing whatever. So a group of black men, black fathers, out there just hanging out with their children are being attacked by these scumbags on social media. Now, the biggest group that is attacking these black men are these white supremacist bigots. You got a bunch of them out there on social media attacking these black men, saying that, black men are just asking for accolades or asking for support or asking for congratulations just for doing the bare minimum, right? And, for one thing, these black men are not doing that. They're literally having an event and posting pictures and videos of the event. They're not asking for congratulations. They're not asking for, love and adoration by posting videos. All they're doing is showing pictures and videos of their event, just showing the good time that they're having with their children. The same way everyone else does. When you mayonnaise mutants, when you go out somewhere and you got your kids dressed up in MAGA hats and Confederate flag t-shirts and Klan hoods, you post pictures of it, right? When your kids are out there holding rifles and you go out there and kill a defenseless animal, don't you post pictures of you and your kids out there in the woods killing little critters and whatnot, right? And, no one's allowed to say anything about that. So why would you have a problem with black men just literally just hanging out with their children, right? And some asshole was trying to over scrutinize, saying, well, what are these black men doing? They're out there in the middle of the day. None of them have a job. It's first of all, how do you know what time it was? But even if you do, the time of this little event, what does that matter, right? As if no one ever has a day off, or, these black dads can't be stay-at-home dads, or maybe they're a father like me who worked from home, who had more of a flexible schedule. And for years, I worked at night when my daughter was a toddler. So if I took a nap, when I first got home, I was able to go out during the day and do stuff with my daughter. You see? So all that scrutinizing about people's personal lives or trying to make it seem basically as if these black men don't have a job, so that's what they're doing out there. Or, once again, trying to make it seem as if black men are asking for some sort of appreciation. They were even posting clips of that damn near 30-year-old Chris Rock comedy special, a comedy special that came out in the goddamn 90s, people are still posting that, all those N-word jokes that Chris Rock did, and said N-words always expect credit for doing what they're supposed to do, right? And I get so tired of that, the fact that there are people still to this day that have taken that comedy sketch and are abusing it and using it to browbeat black people all the way into the future. People who weren't even born yet when that comedy special came out are still out here using it to bludgeon and beat down black people even now, even if it doesn't even apply, just because, you know, they're black people, people use that. And that's the big mistake that Chris Rock made. He thought that people would make the distinction between black people and niggas, and that no one does that. Okay? People just assume all black people are the N-word and all black people are the negative and ignorant things he talked about in that comedy sketch. This is why you have to be careful with some of the things you put out there for these bigots' consumption. Now, it wasn't only white bigot males that had a problem with the daddy stroll. There's a couple other groups out there. Of course, you're going to have your septum ring psychopaths, you know, some of these black feminists out there, some of these women who are members of the strong and independent nation of Big Pakistan. You know, you got a couple of those out there who are also attacking these black men, or what they're doing is they're getting the thumbs up and agreeing with these white guys who are tearing down black men. You even got other black men, like either black men who are LGBT or just black men who are just ignorant all to be damned, attacking black men for hanging out with their children. You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that so many different groups will just automatically gang up on black men for the most mundane things. I can see if it was like black men out there committing a crime or something, but even that's kind of a false thing, but I could somewhat understand that. But you got people attacking black men for hanging out with their children. That's ridiculous. Now, I'll give credit where credit is due. A lot of black people, both black males and black females, were very supportive of the daddy stroll and were giving this the thumbs up and hearts and everything. And so, you know, a lot of the women were saying how cute this is and how nice it was to see black men with their children. But like I said, you always got some people who want to come and piss in the pool and who want to rain on somebody's parade and try to degrade or down anything that involves any group of black people. But you have to be a sick, psychotic SOB to want to tear down a man having some fun time with their children. You're a sick person for that. And once again, no one says anything to these fools out here when they post events that they have with their children. When you white bigots have your little NAMBLA events, no one says anything. When you big Pakistans and septum ring psychos have your little pride marches or whatever, or mommy day outs or whatever, no one says anything. That's probably the problem that they had with this whole event, the fact that it was just black men with their children. They couldn't come there and twerk their musty butts in front of prepubescent children like they normally do. So they probably had a problem with that. But, you know, like I said, these white bigots, they do all kinds of nonsense and post the pictures and the videos online. A lot of you numbskulls went to prison because you stormed the Capitol and put the images and the videos online, right? But you got a problem with black men just hanging out with their children. And I know the main problem that a lot of you dirtbags have is that this goes against the narrative that you try to push out there about black males. The majority of black males are great fathers to their children, but you will take the twos and the fews and random occurrences and use that and make that seem like that's the standard for all black people, and it is not. So you folks can let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I would love to hear your opinions on this story. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on the devil's back.